Hi, this is Ian Ray with Digital Eye, and I'm going to be reviewing the OC Register website today for ways to improve their presence in the search engines, and then comparing it to the LA Times website to see how they differ in their rankings within the search engines, and specifically the news feed sections of the search engines, which go out and gather content and syndicate the articles and make it easier to find in the search engines. So first, I'm going to review the efforts that have been done on your website to improve search engine optimization, or what is called on-page SEO. And this includes meta tags, like you'll see in the code up here, all your keywords, descriptions, and titles, as well as article syndications like your RSS news feed, and any other coding efforts that have been done on the back end to improve your search engine optimization. And then I will also review what's called the off-page SEO, which includes all efforts done off your website to improve your presence in the search engine. And this includes things such as inbound links or directory listings, and then also the news aggregation services, particularly Google. And I'll go into more detail on that as we get there. So first I want to start with the on-page SEO. And we can see here on the front end of the website, it's very clean, laid out, and easy to digest. A lot of content that is available to the public. But at the same time, the meta tags are really not targeted specifically to what you want to be found under in a search engine. And what I say by that is, for example, your keywords that you're listening to, you say ocregister.com. Now, the search engine is automatically going to reserve that keyword phrase for you, so this is kind of wasted real estate right here. And then again, you go into local, state, national. Very, very broad terms that aren't specific. The search engines have evolved to a point where you can put in a long keyword phrase and they're able to find exactly what you're looking for. So sports, entertainment, money, life, health, very, very broad terms where you might rank for some of them if it's in conjunction with Orange County. But for the most part, if you were to put that in your specific keyword phrase, you'd be more likely to rank. Now, I'll show you what I mean by this. If you go to latimes.com and you look at their keyword phrases, they are very, very specific. Now, under the keyword meta tag, I see LA Times, LA News, California News, California Newspaper, all terms that are specific to who they are and what they offer. Los Angeles Jobs. They're more likely to be found under these terms because they're telling the search engines what kind of content is on their website. So again, while you do have sports content and general broad content, if you were to make it specific to your audience, you're more likely to gain credibility with the search engine for those keyword phrases. Now, that's only part of the battle. Again, there's several components to the search engine, and it's a very complex algorithm. So you do want to be mindful of the specific phrases that you want to be found under. Now I'm going to review the website grader tool. You get a 95.1, which is just astonishing. There probably are a few little errors, bugs here and there. I'm just going to run through this quickly though, as you have a grade of 95, and the rest of it kind of takes care of itself. Most of your efforts need to be done off-page, and then improving your title tags and your meta tag descriptions. Running down here again, metadata, which is the keywords and descriptions. You might want to clean it up and make it more specific, and then also remove some of the stuff that's extra, because the search engine only records so much of the data, no more than 150 characters, and you have 227, so the rest of it is just getting cut off. So make sure you have the ones you want to be found under and remove the ones that could be put to use on a different page. Now again, you can have specific meta tag keywords for each page. So if you're going to have sports, you might want to put it in the sports section, not necessarily on the home page unless you want to put Orange County sports, general broad term. And then you can put specific stuff like sport name teams or whatever news you're going to provide them on those pages. So back here on the website grader, we're going to run down real quickly. Image summary, you can ignore that. It doesn't matter how many images you have so much, as long as you have a lot of content, which you do on your website. A couple million pages have been indexed, so that's good there. Page rank, again, really good score. Probably won't do much better than that. 8, 9, pretty hard to get. I don't think Google even gets a page rank of 10 anymore themselves. So anything above a 5 is really good. Index pages here, you have 1.4 million. Now this is great, but if you want to be on the LA Times, they had 3.7 million pages indexed by Google. And again, this might have to do with the way you syndicate your content, which I'll get into a little bit later. Traffic rank, all good. Inbound links, really good. Now again, going up against LA Time, they have 3 million page links and 8 million to their site domain. Again, they deal in different volumes, but increasing your inbound links will obviously give you more popularity with the search engine and rank you higher. DMOZ directory listings and Yahoo directory listings, really good that you're found in there. You have 37 DMOZ and Yahoo directory. You have 8 listed for this for your domain. And all this is really just more credibility with the search engine. People are tagging you and submitting articles or pages or content sections. But you do want to keep doing that and improve on it with the search engine optimization campaign, because here we see LA Times, they have 414 and then 55 Yahoo directories. Now these are really hard to get, especially the DMOZ. You have to submit it and it has to go through a rigorous process of review. It's an open source community, so they take it very seriously. But submitting them to there will definitely help increase some more traffic opportunities. 8 versus 55. So, and I'll get into some of that a little bit later again. Blog analysis, good to have a blog, which is just another way of syndicating content. Bookmarks, delicious bookmarks. Again, this really doesn't give you that much improvement in the search engine, but it's another source of traffic. If you're on dig.com, which is a news aggregation services, and somebody submits an article and people read that, they're more likely to come back to your website because the content was found through there. RSS newsfeed again. A lot of this stuff, I'll just run through this really quickly because you have a great score in there already. Don't have to worry about that so much, but you do have to want to compete with LA Times. Now, we have this tool called compete.com, and I put in ocregister.com, LA Times, and New York Times. And you can kind of see how you guys are quite different. You have about 15% of the traffic that LA Times gets, and they get about 45% of New York Times. Again, we're dealing with a vastly different audience when it comes to the number of people you're going to be able to reach. But it's nice to compare yourself up instead of trying to compare yourself down, because then you might not work so hard to move up. So again, just to kind of show you where you stand as far as unique and incoming traffic to your website. But that's not to say 1 million isn't a bad number. But in some of these improvements that could be made that I'm recommending might bump you up quite significantly within 6 months to a year of a campaign. Now going back to the Google, where your website is actually indexed and recorded, we can see you have 1.2 million, and then LA Times has 3.7. Now what I attribute this to is the news aggregation services provided by the search engine. We have Google, Yahoo, and MSN. Now when I come to Google and I search for sources of Orange County Register where they actually found this based on your website, I only see 3 within the last month, and they're all the same article or topic, at least BlizzCon and Blizzard. So I'm suspicious that you're not even listed under Google. Now they have a way to submit your content to them for newsfeed. If you come here and you search for news publishers, you want to make sure you're syndicated here, because when I do source LA Times, I can see there's 8,000 articles within the last month, meaning they're definitely syndicating their content from the Los Angeles Times here, and that's what's getting them a ton of their traffic. And I did a search on Yahoo, and I see OC Register. You guys have a lot of stuff coming up there within the day, within the hour. So you're obviously being syndicated on Yahoo News with your RSS feed, as well as MSN.com. I see Orange County Register has a news feed from the 15th, and I just did a general search. They don't let you do an actual source search, so I can't tell when the last article was, but within a week means you're definitely being syndicated there, whereas Google, you're just completely invisible for the most part. 4 articles, I mean, even really, really small news sites syndicate more than this, and they don't have RSS feeds on every page like you do, I would imagine. So want to make sure you get found in the search engine news feeds. That's going to be critical in increasing your traffic, because more and more people who are using news readers such as a Kindle, or who are just using RSS news feeds because they don't want to have to deal with large pages and search for content, they're using these what's called news aggregation services from the search engines. And again, Yahoo, you're ranked really well, as well as MSN. But Google, being 60 to 70% of the search traffic, is going to be more critical to be found under. So I can't stress enough how increasing your presence in the Google News specifically is going to increase your traffic and help you rank higher in the search engine. Some of this could be related to the meta tag, some of it could be related to the RSS syndications, but it's worth a shot submitting your content here. If you have more questions about this, I'd be happy to answer them and give you some more tools and tips on where you can go to publish your feeds here. And beyond that, getting inbound links, doing an SEO campaign to build links and get directory submissions will again increase your presence and give you a better score with Google. Now, PageRank 8, PageRank 9 is kind of debatable as where you'll rank. As long as you're above a 5 and you do the right things to be found, you're going to be listed. Now, that's not to say you're not found in Google. But if you're going to be competing against LA Times in the search engine, you gotta increase the volume of traffic you're bringing in. They have 3 million page links and 8 million domain links, compared to not even a million. You had 900 or something thousand compete top time. So just to summarize, you want to improve your on-page SEO. I'd probably spend about 25-30% of your time in SEO improving your on-page SEO, and then the rest of the time improving your presence on the search engine and your popularity, specifically with linking and news feeds. Again, this is Ian Ray with Digital Eye reviewing OC Register's website.